3-0 over Reaper, 3-1 over DSV Basics, 3-0 over Compa, lost 3-0 to Tweedy, and got here on a DQ over Nubcakes. I think Nubcakes had to go to work or something, and unfortunately had to DQ out. I'm not too sure what happened there. But we're going to get into some action here. Deoxys, Young Monster going at it. We got Whoa, and we've got Blue Beetle. Talked about that he was really loving Catwoman, and we've seen the effectiveness of Wonder Woman against Catwoman. He might be going for a counterpick mind game already early on from Deoxys. Says, you know what, Blue Beetle might be my best shot, seeing what this woman has done to Catwoman in previous War of the Gods.
All right, I hope I'm sounding okay, Aquaman.
Hey, you know what? You always sound good on my end, so let's see how you're doing. Other people's side, but getting in this matchup pretty even early on. I mentioned that Deoxys is probably going for the mental pick with Blue Beetle, but what a down two, and he's gonna meter burn for some extra damage. He could have just done a back three raw off of it, but you know what? I respect that from Young Monster, not leaving damage on the table.
Well, you can see Deoxys here burning the 2 bars. Wants to close this round out and almost did with that meter burn Cheerio. Is going to close out the remainder of that health bar.
That's right. Those things are good for your heart, Echo. But I'm not too sure about on block there. Young Monster could have gotten a parry. But, we all crouch against Blue Beetle's projectiles, even with the meter burn. Catches us all, unfortunately, as Deoxys is taking a great lead. He's going to get a whip punish on the wake up.
Go back to school.
I'd rather do this.
Going to spend those 2 bars.
Whew. That's a big old jump 3 right there. Coming up from Mobile, standing just outside of that shield range, and there's the parry. And now you don't want to eat one of those shields to the face. It's going to do extra damage, and depending on if you get the right trait, can do even more damage. And that's the beauty of Wonder Woman. When she gets everything going, and the beautiful down 2 anti-air, and had a nice universal conversion too. It was kind of in a weird spot where back 3 would have put him in a weird spot. Maybe going for 4-3 would have put him in a weird spot. Just keep it nice and simple. Back into the corner we go.
Just on the heel. Deoxys just barely caught Young Monster. Young Monster got himself out of the corner. Ooh, and that shield just out of range for Young Monster. Deoxys lucking out there. Just tossing all those Cheerios, and Young Monster meter burn rolls in, forces the clash.
You're no match for me.
That 2 bars is going to maintain the health lead. If he would have let that jump back rip, would have caught the end of that shield toss, but that's okay. He's going to get some big damage here. Coming off the bar, send it back to full screen, throwing, oh my goodness.
Steve, no!
He just wanted a drink. He had a rough day at work. He was just finding his whole business. Oh no. Not like this.
Deoxys up 1-0 on Young Monster. It looked like it was in Young Monster's favor for the major majority, especially in that first health bar, and then Deoxys just turned it around on him.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, a couple of raising reads. The only thing I could see on Deoxys' set is maybe just watch out for those jump-ins at Wonder Woman. That down 2 covers the sky, it covers the ground, covers behind her, covers in front of her. That thing is fantastic. Just has to, be on the lookout for that thing. Maybe bait it a couple times with a couple jump forward attempts into the trait, and then maybe back off. Try to get him to whiff it down 2 here or there. Stay at that shield range right here, and that's beautiful. Staying out of that range and just chucking them Cheerios.
It's a scary thing when she gets you in that corner, because your first instinct is to just say, you know what, let me jump. But she has an answer for that. She really does have that sweet spot covered.
She also, I believe, has an answer for that wake up. She can simply parry that safe shield, and Blue Beetles are used to getting away with that murder.
Yeah, especially now that we're burning 2 bars with the bounce cancel. Deoxys 421 wasn't done. Tried to go for a little cross up setup there. Standing 1, and that was still a punish. Young Monster going to put Deoxys back in the corner, and you can see it right there.
Again, trying to take away that element of Blue Beetle's game, and Deoxys playing a mind game early. He said, I'm not going to wake up, just do it in neutral, and you have to hold this, sir.
Such a good move just in general. Even if it wasn't a wake up, such a good mid. And the recent buffs to it where it has less recovery on whiff, that used to be one of the key weaknesses of that thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's definitely a solid character now.
Ooh, he's barely getting through the zone with that meter braid of nothing is working for either of these guys, but getting the air off the interactable, and that's some damage. This is all free damage for Deoxys sitting on that tiny little sliver of health, taken away by that down one. Anti-crossover from Young Monster.
That was a really nice down one by Young Monster. Just get the remainder of that health away. The Wonder Woman does possess damage, especially with 3 bars. Deoxys walking himself to the corner. Hit by that meter burn shield, and the lasso, the sound of that thing just thunderous.
Yeah, the trait was activated. A little bit of extra damage on the tail end of that.
It's totally not cool.
Forcing wager out of Young. Are they come off every bar on the screen? Here we go. 6 bars spent
That was
to maintain the health lead. I love it when someone sends that message to where they say, you know what? I'm going to come off all my meter too because I'm going to maintain this health lead. Pressure's still on. That's going to be a punish plus frames, and he throws, instead of going for the pressure, mixing up very well as Deoxys off of that same situation he threw earlier. Forcing Young to get crazy. And ooh!
Deoxys is just playing so on point right now. So smart with his decisions.
And playing the mind games really well, mixing up in different situations. Even there, a human reaction to that interactable is to either jump at it or try to close the gap, walks right into a projectile for his efforts. Deoxys is playing really well and playing the matchup really well. He's really kept Young Monster out of his comfort zone so far this entire time. Young really hasn't really got to get his game going.
You see Young Monster really trying to chase Deoxys around the stage. Deoxys just forcing Young Monster to play his game, saying, catch me if you can. Every time Young Monster gets him cornered, he finds his way out. Nice punish there by Deoxys yet again.
Cheerios. But this is what Young Monster did. That slow inch to the corner. And stay in that corner, young man.
And he's got the air dash now. Deoxys doesn't care one bit. 6 frame down 2 from Blue Beetle.
Corner we go. What's going to be the mix? And the empty jump into the overhead. You cheeky bastard. Finding ways to open up his opponent and even get the side switch to keep his opponent in the corner. Amazing stuff. That was a great use of the meter burn by Young to try to get any kind of momentum. Because you're bleeding right now. Come off that bar. It's unblockable. Try to get something going, but now you're in mid-screen where Blue Beetle has really just kept you out of your element. Trying to inch his way in, mixing up off that interactable really well. Got a little bit of a conversion there, Young. Could have got some more damage. We don't really see him go for the back threes often too often there, Echo.
Yeah, he's really got to make something happen here. He has got to get the health lead. That's one thing he hasn't been able to have this entire set so far. And I think that's why Deoxys has been so comfortable. He's had the health lead. And very nice by Young Monster. Caught him in the air.
And now he's in a position where he can inch him to the corner. Ooh, getting these parries. And he has the right trade up to where if he parries and gets a hit, it is going to do more damage than anything. Oh my goodness. And he still has it. Oh, and he wasn't able to get a conversion, unfortunately. His down 2 conversions really haven't been there, and that's been a lot of damage left on the table.
Yeah, Deoxys has such a health lead. He doesn't even mind taking the trades. But here we go, Young Monster.
Oh no!
Dropped the combo. Wait a minute, a super!
Oh, fortunate.
It's always hyped to see the supers, especially that one would have closed it out. Young Monster not done yet. Jump in. This actually, if he doesn't drop it,
I'm so going to beat you.
It's too
He's
soon
gonna-
to get cocky.
he's going to be able to do damage. Willie, 2 bars, yes. Literally anything now.
Oh no! He did it raw! Oh my god!
He got him with the setup.
Keeping it
3-3, the cross up.
Keeping it unwagerable too. And staying away. Chip damage territory. And he caught him jumping. Oh my goodness! Oh, are you kidding me?
Deoxys with the clutch factor. 3-0 over Young Monster. Going to move on in that loser side of the bracket. Wow, that was Young Monster's game. Deoxys just stole it right from underneath him.
Deoxys. I have a losing matchup. Does Black Manta beat her? And that it's said by Sonic Fox, but you also have to kind of put into the equation of quantum physics of matchup numbers Sonic Fox's skill. When you put it into those equations, and sometimes matchups are just because he's Sonic Fox, and sometimes even the other way, where this could be Semiij making it look a completely different way. And so player skill really has a funny way of affecting matchup numbers as well. But I'm so glad we get to see some more of this matchup that we saw from KIT in Grand Finals, as Semiij will be battling out a different Manta in Daddy Dab. and already off to a wonderful start here.
What a down one by Semiij to close out that first health bar of Dabs. Dab finally found some space here to work with. He's really been on the defensive. Nice meter burn back 3 to counter. And some good damage to boot. And that jump 3 by Black Manta is just so good. Both of these characters with very strong jump-ins. Semiij opens up Dab. Inching his way to the corner.
Oh.
And he caught him out of the wake-up.
Never back me into a corner.
Will that be a lesson to everyone at home that is not a true wake-up? Manta,
It's his best wake-up, but it's definitely not real.
Manta does not have those. But pretty much has everything else, and Dad still putting it on the line. Says, "I'm going to do it again. Young man, I'm going to test you." But did not have the health to mount any kind of comeback there. And it's amazing that you can see so many different styles of Manta being played. He can be real mix-heavy in the corner, real gimmicky with the missile setups. Or you look at Sonic Fox, who even renewed my faith in the character, that he could just be played so solidly that it's effective to simply outspace your opponent, to keep yourself safe. Don't put any gaps. Utilize jump 3, and just try to chip away at your opponent. Build that meter. Do the chip damage. Always remain safe, and just look to outspace with the back 1-1, with the forward 2. And it's just amazing how well you can see. And even there, he almost got the back 1-1 as a whiff punish. And we'll see if he has the optimals as well, because he's got some pretty high execution combos if you want the damage.
And bust that armor of Catwoman's, but Semiij with the answer right back to the corner again. Nice catch there by Dab. I thought they traded for a minute, but the back 3 is going to send us in front of the theater.
Oh, and that was recovery on that down 1 right there. That feels terrible when you know that punish is inbound. And able to,
that is
nice little
very
setup there,
unsafe.
yeah. It was unsafe, but the pushback was ridiculous, and Semiij pressed the button as a counter poke, and it got whip punished himself for it. That was beautiful by Dab. Oh, no.
Tried it again. Catwoman has some of the best meaty strings in the business. She just has so many frames she can put out there. Just blow up a lot. 4-3. Gonna cross up. Oh my God, the anti-air 4-3 by Semiij is on another level.
That was ridiculous. That
Wow.
That was Semiij Prime right there. When everything goes his way, it just seems like any button he presses is going to hit. Everything's going to convert. Everything's going to work out in his favor. And he is steamrolling right now. 2-0 over Dab, who has tried Black Mana. A couple situations where it looks really good, but the decision making on Wake Up hasn't. He's really gotten burned for that. And we're just not seeing him shut down Catwoman's advancement like we see someone like Sonic Fox do. He's just letting Semiij get in for free here.
But toss some of those missiles up. Just to put it in Semiij's head that, hey, I'm throwing these missiles up, and I think he may have went for it right there in that KX cat dash going full screen. I'm pretty sure I saw the animation of that missile coming out.
And even there, losing out on a lot of damage. The optimal there, getting, I think it's 300 damage and some change off the double jump 2, off a trait into the stab, but losing out on damage, has a health lead here. It went for one of the best down 2s in the game, and still getting absolutely stuffed like a turkey in Thanksgiving by that jump 2 there. Jump 1 there by Semiij. That was ridiculous. And all the jump 3s on this planet worked out for Dab there, and that jump 3 is ridiculous. It hits everywhere, and I can't tell if that was a reaction to the missile or not, but Semiij just woke up with a down 1, which, if you're Black Manta and you're trying to Oki with like a back 1-1 or a stand 1, the wake up down 1's really smart. His mids are very slow. So always
when they catch you, they can do everything.
Never back me into a corner.
Break armor, chip damage.
Yeah, don't don't ever just do raw meter burn back threes or meter burn 4-3s against Manta. That will get shredded. Those knives, every string he does hits laser fast. And we'll shred those things. And there we go. Getting into that max range forward 2.
Oh, not watching his head though. Nice whip punish.
There we go. Okay, there's the output I was talking about. There's the damage off that whiff punish. Echo, you do need to restart your mic. You have re-entered the Matrix. They sucked you back in. I'm so sorry. Agent Smith wasn't done with you for the night. And while he does a quick restart on that, we're looking at Dab. Play some good things. That might be too late, though. It is incredibly fast anti-air, but a little too slow. Dab might be showing his age there. And unfortunately doesn't get the anti-air. That is a clean 3-0 for Semiij. Dab could have had something there. Could have been back into the game. Unfortunately. Doesn't get the anti-air.
I'm back, by the way. Hopefully I sound okay. Man, I hate that I missed the end of that. Semiij, I know Dab. Semiij is kind of like that, that hurdle that Dab wants to get over, and Semiij is just so solid of a player, man. And no matter, sometimes just the reads are not there.
Tweedy, I saw him in the chat say that he wants to stick with Starfire. Very interesting. Says that he doesn't really think that he'll be playing Superman much anymore.
He said he dropped him.
Now
I don't know.
I thought that I might have heard that before, but let's see. With his renewed faith in Starfire, very interesting matchup. She has a trait that's going to be great for Chief trying to come in. Has the little anti-air glitter. That can lead into a full combo. But we've yet to see a character really outside of Batman that can truly shut down her approach. And he's already trying. Oh my goodness, that DP does hit everywhere though.
It really does. Behind her, in front of her, just not under her. Oh, and this is good for Tweedy. The longer the combo is, that trait is draining for Revit Leafing.
And my goodness, that was a long combo indeed. Beautiful start here by Tweedy, and we're actually seeing Starfire combos. Never would have thought in my time that I would see combos like these. Okay, Tweedy. Okay. I see where you're coming from.
And profiling. Wow, everything is working for Tweedy right now. Leafing, you've got to calm down and block just a little bit. But we know how it is, man. Even against Slayer, the godlike reach from Slayer still wasn't enough to slow down Revit Leafing. The more you try and hold this man down, the harder he comes back.
Ooh, and eventually gets opened up. Chip territory, and he gets the air-to-air. That dive has some amazing priority, and what a reaction to him using the interactable to get the punish and avoid the interactable all together. Oh my goodness. Oh!
He got out of the 4-3, but wait a minute, he's still traded up. Oh my God, he's still traded up. No. Not like this. Tweedy, no. No, you gotta block.
Oh, okay.
Wake up.
That was so close to being the most ridiculous comeback. Hero War of the Gods. There are no words. I'm out of them. They're gone. I'm done.
Boy, that was so scary, Tweedy. Oh, man.
How? Okay. So put yourself in Tweedy's shoes. What was the size of the sigh of relief when he saw that actually worked? Starfire. That had to have been monumental, right?
I mean, that was probably just a few frames of either being shutting down that wake up or the wake up working, and Tweedy's favor, it did work. But man, that was scary.
Man, and credit to Revit. These 4-3s have been getting them back into these matches, left and right. Huge comeback mode, almost engaged, and wow, the anti-air, little glitter there, going into some great meterless damage. 300 meterless damage off of down 2. That's one of the higher ones I've seen.
Yeah, Tweedy's really been putting in work, and these meter burn back threes that were not working against Rewind are putting in massive work for Tweedy so far.
I mentioned that's where really Starfire gets her big damage.
And Leafing. Oh, and just really throwing everything,
goodness.
burning all the meter and the mix. Avoids the wake up. coming back in. Meter burn back 3 is blocked. Big City coming in. What an answer from Tweedy. Just not enough distance on that back 3.
Went for the whip punish, but instead got the trade. That's something you can still take and catch the backdash. Tweedy still maintaining this health lead, but barely. If Revan gets 1 pounce in, instead summons the Michelin Man mid-match. It comes in with the drop kick from the top rope and tying us up here, going to the last bar of health for both these gentlemen.
Trade it up. Dangerous territory, air to air. The trade. Makes the wake up. Tweedy is, boy, just got a bar from that. Here come these forward 3s again. Tweedy, you can't do this.
Feel the burn. I relish the challenge.
Tweedy gonna keep the bar. Leafing just needs 1. Especially if he gets that trade in time.
We're getting aggressive. There's Tweedy and gets whip punished.
What a whip punish.
Kept it meatless was Revan there.
Oh.
And this should force a wager.
You dishonor the goddess. Even Trigon couldn't take my heat.
He's gonna burn a bar. Honestly, Revit Leafing just needs 1. Tweedy, you gotta keep him away. You can't let him jump in at you.
He does have the bar and is about to have his trait. He's going to activate. Instead comes in.
That's the meter burnt. And he's still got a bar to work with. He's gonna do it again. It's gonna be tied 1-1. Tweedy couldn't keep him out forever.
All right, we got ourselves a match, ladies and gentlemen. We have yet to have ourselves a Game 5 tonight. Hoping to have one here. The back and forth has been insane. It looked like Tweedy was in real good control early on in that matchup. Getting the early health lead. Looked like everything was working out. And Revit just fighting and, dare I say, clawing his way back into these matches. It's a beautiful thing to watch, as he almost took that first game back from Tweedy as well. So this is great. And I'm curious to see what will happen if Revit actually gets the health lead first and is able to maintain it, because so far he's been fighting back the entire time. He's been having to make crazy reads. He's been having to do something crazy to try to even up the health, or even at the end gain the health lead. And I think that's going to be really important here, is that what will happen if Tweedy can maintain the good early starts and try to close out against Revit, or will Revit get the early lead and actually start to run away with this match?
I like that down 1 by Tweedy there, not getting himself mixed up. But unfortunately puts himself in corner territory. The backdash tried to go with a whip punish there. Now we're back in the middle. Leafing, oh, a nice air to air. Tweedy playing this perfectly so far, but it just takes 1. It just takes 1. Will he burn the bar again? No. He's coming back in with a forward 3 sweep. Or maybe that was a down 1. It happened so fast, I couldn't even tell. He's going to burn the bar again.
Oh, and he went for the background pass, but didn't get it. And just like that, Tweedy still hangs on to the little bit of a lead. Has a potential Magic Pixel setup here where all of this damage is for free. He's just setting himself up for more success in a potential second bar of health for himself. He has almost taken half of Revan Leafing's bar, and that has lost air to air twice now. To that dive kick there by Cheetah, and he got himself a little anti-air with a stand 1 there. MKX anti-airs, if you were. And now Revit is just kind of looking for his way in. And Tweedy standing his ground. Good blocks there.
I love the awareness by Tweedy. Every time Revit whiffs a button, oh no. He's still got 2 bars to work with. He's traded up. The mix is incoming. Meter burn pounce. And the wake up by Tweedy again.
That and at any moment right there, Tweedy could have died. At any moment.
Exactly.
One meter burn cancel, you're dead.
That's kind of been the life and death of Tweedy. Well, almost death in that first game. All the wake ups by Tweedy. They've either worked in clutch situations, or they've been beaten out, especially by that dive of Cheetah's. So if Leafing in that situation had that read on that wake up that's been stuffed out a couple times, we could be looking at something completely different.
And he had the bar where he could make that meter burn read and go for the kill. And coming in here chromed up. This is something new I've seen from Revit. I kind of pay attention to everyone's custom their characters. This is a new one for me. I haven't seen this one yet from Revit.
The Electrum skin, I love that shader.
And you know, Revit, known for having as little clothing as possible on his cheetah. He likes 1 or 2 pieces of wood, and that's about it.
Yeah, cheetah. I remember early in this game, there was a shader that came out, and somebody hit me up on Twitter saying, "Hey, let me see it on cheetah." And I'm like, "Man, this character has no gear."
Yeah,
I can't even show you the shader because there's nothing to show.
Wow.
Beats out that meter burn back 3. Nice punish.
And that was reactionary from Revit Leafing. That was beautiful. To get out the quickest possible hit that he could, you know, recognizing that he went into a meter burn back 3. And in that time, able to get DP out, that was beautiful. And that's a whip punish. Easy
whip
hit
punish.
That was amazing as Revit ties us up now. And this is a good position for Revit. Before he found himself, half his health was gone in this situation before. He's starting to lose it again with all the zoning. And what a jump back 1.
You dishonor the goddess. Even Trigon couldn't take my heat.
Leafing plenty of bar to work with. Going to spin 2, get 15% back. And that is the last time you will see him clash in this match alone. Will he take us to a game number 5? Or will Tweedy move on?
He barely made it through. That anti-air from Tweedy's going to stay restood, and he's going to keep it in a guessing game. Is that a blender here? It does have an air escape, but he keeps him grounded. So smart by Tweedy as he's looking to close out this match right now.
Wow! I don't know if Leafing was scouting that jump or not.
My hunger will be sated.
But he committed to that trait cancel, which opened up that opportunity to force that clash. That trait is going to do the work. Tweedy will move on. Sending Revit Leafing packing to week number 6. I saw a lot of predictions in that chat before this broadcast started. A lot of people have Tweedy taking this week. We'll see what happens. Tweedy's still in this thing.
And with here, and is he going to go with the tried and true?
The dab of doom? Yes, he is. Deoxys obviously bringing out that blue beetle. He has played magnificent tonight. Deoxys, you know, Dab had to go against Semiij, and sometimes, you know, that's not a favorable matchup, no matter who you are, here on War of the Gods anyway.
And I'm gonna try to have a conversation with Deoxys after this on his mindset, because I know that he was talking to a lot of guys saying that right now he was only going to play Catwoman. And I'm really curious if something has changed his mind. But man, do we love watching his Blue Beetle at work.
Blue Beetle is just one of those few characters that is just so freestyle. Me and Atai had that conversation. Wow, what a jump 3. Committed into down forward 1. The low stab.
What a start here from Deoxys. This is going to keep Dab on his toes. Because what's going through his mind is he's like, oh my gosh, is Hellboy even going to work here? Do I have to switch characters again? How does Black Manta do this matchup? I don't even know. I've got all my legacy characters as well. Aquaman, Black Adam, Superman. All who he is incredibly strong with. Oh, here comes some leap shenanigans. Okay. And the beat-up break cancel. Going for that big boy damage. 509 and summoning that trait. Now he's going to play absolutely carefree. And he actually gets hit out of it. So rare to see.
I think it had just expired. Nice revolver there just to take away the last little bit of health in Deoxys' first health bar. But is it enough? Dab didn't get to really play much up until halfway through his second health bar.
And look, and you know what?
The read.
Can we talk about how much meter Deoxys had in those final moments? Where Dab's options just shrunk. The more health he lost. Oh my goodness. He had a full stick of butter at the end of that match. And that just goes to show you either how much meter build Blue Beetle actually has, or just how well Deoxys plays them and manages it well. And can still get damage, can still apply his game plan. And he builds a ton of meter when he's shooting them Cheerios full screen, let me tell you. What.
That and the floats. Like, even mid-combo, you know, when he's doing those down back 2s in the air, he's building just a little bit of meter in those, just doing combos. And there's a lot of BMBs with both, the floats and the Cheerios. There we go. First hit goes to Deoxys. Those projectiles doing such work for him. Jump in into the low stab. Will he burn the second bar? Yes, he will. Pack 3, taking him to the corner. Almost 500. And Dab finally gets to play a little bit.
But man,
he has just not really been able to get anything started until it's too late.
Outside of that one float mix that actually opened up Deoxys' defense has been rock solid the entire time. Only got open up one time. He actually caught a whiff there with a stand, too, of all normals. Getting 500 damage for it. Another good block, and instead of trying to guess on the floor, he gets snatched out of the air. Dab with the reactions. Hello.
Traded up.
He's got a few of those, and didn't have to burn the bar. But how smart that was to hit confirm that 4-2-3 into the air snatch that early so that he didn't have to worry about the side switch and have him to kill before he did. That was so smart.
And the wake up down one interrupt of that mix-up string, Dab was coming in with the overhead, and Deoxys just woke up down one into the low stab, closed out that health bar. Deoxys with such presence of mind right now.
I've had teachers tougher than you.
I am so over this crap.
Now, we've seen Wake Up Down 1 a few times tonight from multiple people. It might be becoming the meta with some of these characters that don't have fast mids. Oh, it did that wrong 4-3. Just anti this man. Get back down to earth. Guess this wrong. Off the 50-50 off of 2-2. Can go low, can go overhead. The overhead is the option you do not want to get hit with, as that is the launcher. And sometimes, I hate to say it, guys, sometimes games like these put you in situations where it's a better option to take a hit. And sometimes you just got to take the low.
Dab sitting on a comfortable health lead right now. Almost, actually now he has super. If he ever wants to use it. Gets caught by that low stab, immediately clashes.
Slippery one.
Can't crush this bug.
And Deoxys gets rid of all of his meter just to keep that even. Dab walked out of it with 2 bars still.
And that shoulder, we talked about it earlier, has a huge anti-air hitbox on that bad boy. And you can't escape forever. He was able to get over the first one. Blue Beetle, with his trait, can get high enough to avoid it altogether, but didn't get airborne fast enough there, tracking him down. I'm sure Dab was just gonna throw every shoulder known to man at the end there to try to close that match out. And shouts to him as he does. And we got ourselves a match here. 1-1.
Yes, we
Again, I've been asking for a game 5. Haven't been given one yet.
Fighters approaching Metropolis.
I never ask, for much back, but can we get a game 5 tonight, please? Please, pretty please.
I think this one can go the distance, man.
Begin.
It has all the elements for a game 5. We'll see what happens. Tied 1-1.
Ooh, and building the meter over the projectile there was Dab. That was nice and smooth. But gonna eat some damage here, and beautiful use of the restand into the background bounce there. Get some big old damage, and he's not even done yet. What is going on?
We're bringing out the restands. Mid-screen even.
He really does, how do I say this? He really does kind of take on the persona of a Beetle in that he is annoying when he gets his play shenanigans going with some of the best jump normals in the game. And he really is a bug that you want to swat out of that sky. Otherwise, he is just going to be gnawing at you the entire match. And nice little setup there, but the wake up getting him out with the throw afterwards. Woo!
Okay, Dab, he is a little bit freestyling right now. I can see it in the way he's playing. He's feeling very comfortable.
All right, trade's gone.
Now
Deoxys' turn, and unfortunately the back 3 getting Dab to the corner.
I've had teachers tougher than you.
I am so over this crap.
Dab catching him with one of the best advancing strings in this game. 4-2-3 is brutal when you are at that max distance. And the recognition by Dab, are you serious, guys? He actually recognized that he anti-aired. It did that air throw early because it would not have converted otherwise. That's ridiculous.
Oh, Dab caught trying to catch Blue Beetle out of the air. Deoxys with the answer, closes out the first health bar. And again, Dab trying to grab him out of the air.
That meter mid combo as well with the cancels. He whips it down to cancel the trade, but got the trade out anyway. He has gotten hit a few times, and there it goes, disappears. And look at Deoxys just trying to block his way through all this mess. And the anti-air meter burns Samaritan. Get out of here, sir. Woo! That's a good old Samaritan right there.
Hellboy wins.
Shoots really big bullets there, Echo.
I mean, look, if you look at the first game, Dab was really trying to find his footing, and you can just see the comfort in his play style now. He knows what he needs to do now. Deoxys, he's playing very solid. His defense is on point. But I don't know, man. He hasn't air-to-aired as much as he did in that first game, that's for sure. That's right. He was getting a ton of damage, and that's why Dab wasn't really playing his game with the air shenanigans with Hellboy, and it kind of threw Dab off. If Deoxys can keep him out of the air, get some damage for Dab doing that.
Yeah,
might go to a game 5.
You saw a lot of straight jump ones, and especially jump threes hit early on in that game. And Dab turning the heat up here. Starting off with a beautiful whip push like there with that 4-2-3, but didn't confirm to the air throw, which is so rare of him. And Deoxys trying to get some shenanigans going, but Dab just backdashes out of dodge for free with what could be one of the worst backdashes in existence.
His forward dash is real nice, but that backdash, yeah, it's pretty suspect. Nice confirm here by Dab. Doesn't get the background bounce. Leaps full screen, building some meter.
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Are you kidding me? He canceled a leap down the earth and just sniffed that jump by Deoxys. That's when you know that you are in the zone. That was ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's playing with such comfort right now. Everything is working for Dab right now. And he may actually go on to face Tweedy. But Deoxys got to pull it together here. He turns the trade on. The blades are active.
And now Deoxys is going to second guess himself if he's going to jump after that cancel. That's the beauty of an air stats, ladies and gentlemen. He pulled out the big down one, though, and still gets snatched out of that air. Stay out of this air. This is a no-fly zone. Anti-air missile system is on fleek, guys.
Oh, no. And just when Deoxys was going to come in with some offense, that armor stops it all.
And getting the air, but no damage off of it. That could have been his comeback right there. Take that first bar of health. Now Dab is just playing with him, playing with his food, building this meter. And he even went for the swag combo. He drops that 80% of the time. Are you kidding me?
I've had teachers tougher than you.
I am so over this crap.
And I highlight, gonna say all the meters gone. Deoxys under 100 hit points remaining. Dab coming in with the chip. Oh my God, my raid!
There was no way in. He had the space covered. Dab, once he got comfortable there, holy crap. That was scary. And this is the Dab that we've grown accustomed to, bringing us the hype with Hellboy. Well, week 1 and week number 4, Semiij winning week 2 and week 3. So either way, one of these guys is going to have a three-peat. If they end up meeting each other again in grand finals. But we're in winners finals right now, and this is going to be big for these guys who have played each other. And it's been 3-1, 3-2 every single time that they have played. They have not gotten a 3-0 over one another. That is how close these matches have been. And definitely getting the winner side of that grand final, I think, is going to be key.
And we've seen this matchup more than a few times. What a whip punish on that meter burn back 3. And a punish on the cat dash. And here we go. Back 3 wasn't there. Execution just a little bit off.
And Rewind won this exact matchup. They played it last week in week number 4. 3-2 on the winner's side in grand finals. Rewind won it 3-1. His Wonder Woman was looking so crisp in this matchup.
And we saw him baiting out Semiij, trying to punish those shields full screen. But he would leave himself at the perfect distance to be able to block before that cat dash was actually able to punish.
I talked to a few guys at KIT about Rewind's Wonder Woman, and a lot of top players agreed that they just love the way that he's able to kind of use all of Wonder Woman's tools and says that he's one of the few guys that really understands the character at the highest level and can implement her game plan to its fullest potential. And you guys saw it there in week number 4, how he just dominated Semiij with Wonder Woman, which is not easy to do.
It was probably one of the longest sets in history on Semiij. That set felt like it lasted forever. It was such a patience game. The spacing, just the pace of the match altogether. And it was fun to watch, but man, it was really long.
And it's kind of similar to what we saw at KIT with Sonic Fox as well, and he picks Black Manta in this matchup. That characters that can slow Catwoman down and force her, to actually play a very fundamental game and slow down the game that is Injustice 2 can be very effective. But it takes these ridiculous players like Rewind and Sonic Fox, who are just ridiculous,
Surrender while you can. I can't be tamed.
to slow her down and make her play their game. Make her actually have to play spacing against your normals. And it's a beautiful thing to watch, for being honest with you. It's a much slower Injustice 2, but it's beautiful to watch, especially from a viewer standpoint, to get a better understanding of spacing in this game.
Surprised this fight's not over? It's too soon to get cocky.
And universally, that's got to be the answer to Catwoman, man. Because once she gets going, it is 100 miles an hour, safe strings, mix-ups, damage. But this may close out the first game. And Rewind going up 1-0.
Down to a fundamental level. Rewind stood his ground. Semiij forward dash. Forward dashes have a lot of recovery on them. Reacted accordingly with a down 1-2, which is meaty enough to cover everything except for going for a read with it and eating a jumping attempt. But that covers the approach, punishes the forward dash, and now
we're getting Enchantress.
Switching to Enchantress here. And this is, yeah. Echo's going to say it for me. Go for it.
This, word on the street is this is a terrible matchup for Enchantress. Wonder Woman can really pick on her. We'll see what happens. I'm sure that they've played this matchup. Semiij has a reason for picking it. But even her projectile, her wall that she puts up,
it doesn't matter. That shield
matter.
Goes right through it and coming out with the meter burn. DP that opens up so many people. Didn't even cross up either. Semiij maybe just went for a punish early on.
Enchantress, I mentioned it on Sunday. One good thing about her is when she hits you, a lot of times she can hit you twice as long as the setup is there and you get the hit afterwards. But Enchantress really has to find her way in against Wonder Woman. It's going to be tough.
She does it. She's got some great numbers for it. And that was pure spacing right there at its finest. Throwing out that 4-2 there by Semiij and not finishing the string. Rewind was looking for the whiff punish, and so Semiij kind of threw it out there, saw him whiff, and then took his turn. Unfortunately, didn't get anything off of it. The back 1-1 came out pretty fast there. Ooh, calling out.
And you can see what Rewind's doing. Rewind, every time that Semiij wants to throw out one of those curses, you can backdash it.
And Semiij playing the mind game off that stand 2 as well. Or if he'd have held that a little bit longer, an unblockable would have come out. But Rewind stood his ground, and he may try to implement the unblockable moving forward in this matchup. The DP covering both sides. It's all good there. As Rewind is maintaining his advantage, but Semiij doesn't look too far ahead of it. That was a beautiful tool against that demon. I mean, you can jump forward over it every single time, make it whiff. The meter burn dash there as well, getting him out of dodge for free. Didn't have to hold any kind of mix. And she is one of those characters that has interesting properties where she has strings she can meter burn. She has a special move that she can meter burn that because of the launch, as you see right there going for it. She has a lot of ways to get the damage, and that wall is not going to be much in this matchup.
It is not, but one thing that has developed when you do the restand in certain setups, when you do the restand into the projectile wall, it actually makes her semi-plus. I'm not sure exact frames, but it's better than just doing the restand by itself. And that 4-3.
Going for the max distance on it, too. That 4-3 is almost a game changer because that's 3 different distances.
Ready to lose your head?
You're welcome to try.
And it's hard to react to that animation. It appears from the sky, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh, yeah, the conversion. Oh, stop it. Rewind, stop it.
I'm telling you, man, Rewind. If it's execution you're looking for, nice air tech.
And that was reactionary. Oh my
But
goodness. So Rewind or Semiij did too bad of a job. Didn't get really anything going. Didn't get a clean hit with the 4-2-3 into the meter burn. Didn't have the trait to try to set up. You see the unblockable resets on Twitter, on YouTube that everyone's putting out. So sometimes they're hard to get to. To open up someone raw with 4-2-3, you're really looking at a whiff punish or punish itself to try to get there. Because it's almost impossible to hit confirm a 4-2-3 into a meter burn, with a straight hit.
Especially and meter burn's punishable as well.
Otherwise,
so risk.
otherwise you're mashing it, praying that it's going to hit. And again, you can get punished for it, as Echo just mentioned. But, hey, you know what? Sometimes you just throw it out there if the meter burn try to catch them. Summon that demon and try to go for the instant jump to the mix afterwards.
Zabulba.
That's right, Zabulba. If you guys watched episode 1, Zabulba, one of the best pod racers around, and makes an appearance here in Injustice 2.
Semiij going back to Catwoman.
That's the meme on the streets anyway.
Didn't like
Echo,
that
my bad.
Enchantress matchup.
Zabulba!
Yeah, that was a big topic on the Clash, I believe. The chat was kind of going nuts about it.
Oof. And we saw this matchup a few times early on, where it was Rewind who would pick this against. Actually, yeah, he would pick actually Catwoman against Wonder Woman. And it's very interesting to see the tides turn because we saw Rewind versus Young Monster so many times, and just how he's able to apply things differently than we saw the Young Monster in this matchup, to where he kind of reverse learned it by playing it the other way around, and kind of thought to himself, that this character has options here and there, and that down
Sometimes
two,
that's the best way.
that down two against jump two, crucial in this matchup.
Woo! Semiij with a hefty health lead right now. Tries to jump in the read on the air shield. Dash in, goes for the low meter burn.
And there's that down two again.
Down two.
If you're looking at any kind of weakness in Catwoman, find yourself a character that can anti-air Catwoman's down two, and that's a great place to start.
And that may be one of the bigger factors. Catwoman, once she's about 3/4 of screen or so, her jump 2 could come at any moment. And if you can shut that down, she's really got to walk in a lot further than she's used to.
Look how much this game has slowed down since Rewind tied us up. Semiij doesn't want to take any more risks. It's beautiful. Back three, couldn't tell if that was raw or reactionary.
No warrior. I've killed mice braver than you.
And trying to bait a button with that forward dash. If you guys didn't notice there by Semiij. Forward dash and then walk back, and he's trying to catch that down 1-2 by Rewind. And this is just, you see it there again, this is just great spacing at its finest and at its most basic form, which I love to see in these slow matchups.
Yeah, Rewind has been so on point with, just catching any sort of whiffed button, badly spaced, normal, dash-ins, like you mentioned. Semiij trying to use that against Rewind. But one more hit from Semiij. Could get him on the board, but that meter burn shield and the back three. I don't think it's going to kill, but it's going to be awful close. Very short stage transition. Catwoman. 143 left.
Semiij has so many resources to play with right now. 2 bars, he's about to build a third. Anything on block? And the raw cat dash!
The raw cat dash!
Of all things to keep Semiij alive in this matchup, a raw cat dash. You never hear those words when you talk about Semiij. But a character like Catwoman, a player like Rewind that shuts him down, he's going to get risky. And one actually pays off there at the end.
See, that's something we talk about every now and then is when you play Semiij, that's one factor you kind of put in the back of your head. Like, he's never going to throw out that raw cat dash. And then that happens. And then you're like, wait a minute.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hold on. Wait a
Maybe
minute,
there's
man.
a chance.
Because
There's a
he
chance.
I think he raw rolled one time in Mortal Kombat in his entire career, and it was probably an input error.
Semiij does not want to be sent down to losers to face on Dab or Tweedy. He's got to get himself back into this. Tie it up at least. Take us to a game number 5. Aquaman's been waiting for it all night, please. Yeah.
And Holy active frames that shield on the way back. That thing hit farther than even I thought was going to be possible. Here we go. Back to slowing the game down. Could have gotten whiff punish there. Rewind not ready for it. And staggering into the down 1-2. And Semiij may have been reading a cancel into a shield toss there with that meter burn back 3.
Wow, and Semiij tried to backdash. Got hit by that shoulder. Wasn't respecting that meter burn that time.
And it seemed late on the meter burn as well.
He did, yeah.
That may have caught Semiij pressing a button. Because her punish, she really has to hit that stand 1 pretty fast. If you're actually going to punish that shield toss or bash, and you never know if their meter burn is going to come. That's a mind game that they play, or they can meter burn it early just like that.
Aphrodite forbids you.
And Aphrodite forbidding Semiij the win here. She calls it out. 2-1. Last leg here, going for another raw cat dash that may have been spaced so that he whiffed it in front, which is a mind game that you do like to see him play with. Not too often. Let's be some decent meterless damage. Almost 400.
All came from that jump 1. Semiij desperately wants to get Rewind off of his first health bar. All this damage that Rewind is doing is just insurance going into the next health bar. No whiff punish there by Rewind. I highly expected it, but okay.
And there's Semiij doing that stand 1 so fast to get the punish, whereas if Rewind would have meter burned it again, would have caught him. Not getting the trait that he was wanting, I'm pretty sure. As parry is not very useful in this matchup. No projectiles being thrown. The only thing you can really parry, cat dash if you read it, but it's not going to be reactionary.
Boy, how sick would that be, though?
Ooh,
And there's the whiff punish.
Surprised this fight's not over? It's too soon to get cocky.
25% back for Semiij. That was his last line of defense. You know, when's the last time that we saw Catwoman, you know, or just Semiij as a player, just scared to approach, just trying to find the answer.
Yo, and Rewind actually built the bar there. Didn't realize it. He could have done a shield to close this out. Beautiful down 2.
That down.
And the meter burn. Just going to toss Catwoman aside as he makes his way into the winner's side of Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen. Your previous week's champion. Moving on. Got 9th place at KIT. Losing the closest from Tweedy and Dab. Sticking with Hellboy here. No mana. None of this funny business.
Fighters approaching the Batcave.
Going straight to Anand Unrama. All right, let's get into this, guys. Let us know who you like in that chat. Let's see some coalition emotes if you want to see Daddy Dab take this, or some noble emotes if you want to see Tweedy take this with Bayfire herself as first blood. Going to Dab, starting us off with 400 damage. My goodness. And almost
way to start a match.
Almost built another bar for his efforts. My goodness.
And that's one thing Starfire is going to have in her favor. That trait covers the entire screen. She's got some really good things just like that, but that perfectly timed on his way in. Starfire has a really good down 2. The Starburst, she can just throw upwards, full combo, but oh my god, the air grab by Dab.
He didn't end it with the command grab. That would have been close to the kill, and if not, he could have gave up the bar and got the kill anyway. Hopefully he doesn't lose too much health here to come back and bite him.
Nice block, but it doesn't matter. He was traded up. And that can get in your head so much. Tweedy got mixed up there. As Dab crosses him up in the corner.
Tailman's fire.
That crap's getting old.
Tweedy, plenty of bar to work with. Going to get 15% back. And Dab not done. He's still coming in. And wow, what a nair grab again.
All right, guys. I think that we're going to learn a lesson eventually, and that is don't test this man's reactions. I believe Dab, one of the older guys in the scene, but showing off that he's still got these reactions. And that's really showcased the highest possible level of Hellboy. So far, it has been beautiful to watch, and this is going to be the kill.
Wow.
Coming off all the resources necessary. Beautiful execution, and Daddy Dab Coalition taking game number 1. Demons, be gone! And those demons, all those demons being every representative of Noble left in this bracket.
I was about to say, man, he's
trying to whack him away.
On the hunt. He is on the hunt. Semiij is down in losers. Dab wants to go against him at least one more time. Tweedy going back to Superman. Not too long ago said he dropped this character, but I knew it couldn't be true. I knew it couldn't be true. He's too good with this character, man. Here we go.
All right, getting into game number 2, Superman. Character we active frames on the jump one. Highly debated, one of the best jump normals in the game. Both of the Kryptonians actually possessing 2 of the best. And we're going to see a lot more pressure out of Tweedy. Forward 2 versus forward 2. Superman's going to win that 14 times out of 10.
Now, as we mentioned earlier, Dab has one of the best Supermans in the business, so he knows this matchup. Look at that down 1. Said, oh, you want a meter burn, huh? Tweedy being patient, just waiting for an opportunity. Waiting for Dab to do something.
If you guys know your history, going back to Injustice 1, Dab giving us one of the best matches of all time with this Superman against Jupiter's Martian Manhunter. If you guys want to go back and take a look at a classic, YouTube that bad boy right there. And how did he block that? I would have definitely thought that was crossing over.
Okay, here we go. Dab getting some offense, trying to mix Tweedy up.
That's what I call justice.
Tweedy taking that first health bar, sitting in a very comfortable position. Some pressure.
Ooh. This
wow.
Guy is catching with a backward whip punish. I don't even think.
What?
I don't even think that Dab was ready for that. And that just killed. Oh my goodness.
Be any more boring?
Never let
it happens that fast.
Never let it be said that Hellboy doesn't do damage. My goodness. And so smart using that trait to get so aggressive with.
And a whip punish on that back 3 that Tweedy decided to throw out there. Oh, a jumping 1. Such a good jump.
May have been an air throw attempt, but as I know from previous NRS games, that they can be beaten with jump normals if they don't become active in time.
God damn it, impress me.
You asked for it.
If you have an air throw, looking at Hellboys, I believe it's, what, 6 frames? And if those 6 frames don't become active in time and they go into a jump normal that's already active, it actually will get beat out.
Dab with the read on that laser. Coming in. Leaves it unclashable. Oh, and the punish. Dab can't clash. He's not going to have enough meter to air tech. Tweedy tying it up 1-1.
Superman wins.
Both of these men are hungry. They want to take a week. They want to shut down Semiij and rewind. It can only be one, though. It can only be one.
Absolutely. These guys are all in the money, though. We're in top 4. If you guys don't know from home, top 4 every single week of War of the Gods gets paid
Superman
out. Shoutouts to Stream.me for providing this pop bonus, for providing War of the Gods, putting it together, and they just do amazing stuff for the scene. And these two, the loser, is going to go home with $50 for the week. That's not a bad day. Sitting at home, playing without pants on, don't even need a shirt.
Hellboy.
Clothes aren't even required.
Approaching Fortress of Solitude.
And you sit at home and make some money off of a video game that you love. Shout out Streamy. I see what you're doing.
And get paid like within, you know, by the end of the week at least, but usually
At
a lot
least.
faster than that. Players love it.
Best recorded time, literally minutes.
They should.
And what an air
air
snatch.
grab.
Start us off, and he didn't believe with the meter burn, which would have put Tweedy in the corner as well. But Tweedy, you can tell he's just a different player when he's got Superman at his back, making huge reads early on, baiting out a throw to get us started and a huge damage, and now running away with this match potentially.
Dab has some really good answers, but those lasers gets caught by that one. Dab just waiting for his opportunity.
And just the little things you see. Dab shooting that gun, instant jump, pounding, canceling to build the meter over the projectile. It's little things like that that really let you know that Dab is at the forefront of Hellboy.
Nothing more than a nuisance.
Scores 1-1. Health bar is dead even. We've said this before. I don't want to jinx it. But damn it, I want a game 5, Echo.
We need one man. We can't end this week, at least the top 8, without a game 5. No punish on that low scoop.
Maybe you are a monster.
Bad idea to tick me off.
Expensive clash there. Both of them burning both bars.
And Dab having limited resources trying to mount this comeback right now. And pressing a button during the trait. And that is huge damage coming off the bar in the meter burn back 3.
Superman wins.
And Tweedy might be taking notes here. This man's undefeated with Superman tonight.
I'm telling you, man. When he said, I don't know, I dropped Superman for Starfire. I'm done with that character. I was like, but you can't. I was waiting actually for the Superman meme to pop up on screen at least once because even Superman would disapprove of that.
Unfortunately, Superman, the Superman disapproval face got misplaced in our huge plethora of files, and so we got to get him back for next week. So unfortunately, the Superman meme face. We don't have many memes loaded. We got Drake from State Farm. Can we hit him with Drake from State Farm?
I've already seen that one. We all saw it.
This man's lonely. Drake. Good job there, man.
Sign up for week number 6. You'll be lonely no more. Promise.
Don't be lonely. Join your family here at War of the Gods. You're Justice 2 family.
And Dab switching to Manta. Comes over the laser. Tweedy just controlling the space here. Oh, and the laser that hits everywhere. Tweedy walking himself to the corner. Nice harpoon by Dab. Finally gets something going.
And that was a little risky there by Tweedy to do the startup of a straight laser in the blocks of the meter burn laser. Black Manta was still in 4-2 range. Something like that. You're trying to Oki with a rocket. And very good. Tweedy knowing the matchup. Waiting. Down 2-ing. Covers meter burn. Covers non-meter burn.
Oh, and Dab getting caught by the overhead. That wake up. Oh, and again. Dab probably reading the laser there, trying to interrupt the startup, but Tweedy knowing just to crouch, let that thing whiff, get your damage.
And unlike Hellboy, Black Manta possessing an amazing backdash. I believe we'll get him some kind of see themselves in poke range and was able to backdash out of the 4-2 range. I'll have to see it a couple more times. Just double check. Oh, my gosh, that backdash gets you out of dodge.
Coming in with the pressure. Manta having a 7-frame down 1. Not much he can really do to try and interrupt that 4-2-3 trait.
And it's going to be hard for Manta to play spacing, play footsies against that 4-2 with the normals that Manta possesses. Either he's doing a 4-2 from max range And that's about it. Other than that, 4-2 is going to shut down all the other normals once Superman's in that range.
And Tweedy out of resources, almost has a bar left and immediately spins it. Dab's got to get something going. His life is dwindling down.
Oh, Tweedy's just swinging right now. No remorse for human life is Tweedy. Coming and hit all the buttons. Down 2. Why not? Wake up, Rise and Grab. It doesn't matter. He has the health to play with.
Dab has under. Oh my God! Whatever animal that is, out of play. Tweedy swinging.
Superman wins.
Takes it 3-1. We'll go on to face Noble Semiij. Yet another Noble team kill. That's all that's left. After everything.
And then going back to the other guys, and they're like, "What the fuck, man? What the shit?" And it was so cool. Check it out tomorrow. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern is when the stream's gonna go live at stream.me/gears. You guys want to see some hype?
Let's go. I'm gonna be tuning in, baby. I love me some high-level Gears play.
I'm excited. As we get into losers finals of Injustice 2, let's get back down to earth here. Semiij, Tweedy. 3 nobles in the top 3. One would say that they run these streets. If you guys ever played PUBG, you might see that on a wall somewhere.
Tweedy trying to find his way out of this corner. There's pressure by Semiij and the staggers.
Good meterless damage here off the DP. And Tweedy, we saw this matchup earlier against Rewind. And really, once he kind of tried to find his way in the matchup, as Control Echo disappeared there. Or not. Okay, I can't breathe. Echo, take it.
Go ahead. Take a breather, my friend. Semiij closing out the rest of that health bar. Tweedy in a bad position once again. Goes over the whip trip with that normal, which does end with an overhead.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
Woman going under that trait.
If you guys don't know, I caught the KIT-itis pretty bad. I'm still recovering from it. But I didn't want to miss out on too much action here. Tweedy, great health lead. Here early on, looking really good. And he started to kind of, I tried to say this earlier, Echo, but he really started to find his way in the matchup against Rewind earlier tonight. It looks like he's finding a decent recipe here.
Yeah, he was saying earlier that he feels comfortable with Starfire against Semiij's Catwoman. And right now it's, oh no, whip punish on that! Oh no, not like this in the wake up, the meter burn forward 3 by Semiij, reading it like a book.
That had to have been timed
Goes up
perfectly before the second hit. Ridiculous. I thought for sure that 4-3 was about to get shredded.
Yeah, he just left it sitting there just waiting for the right time and said, oh, you did wake up. Let me just go ahead and pull this through.
Hey, everyone in that chat, did that hit in between the hits? Did he armor the first part and hit the second?
He hit when he looped around. When he came back around, that's when the actual 4-3 hit, yeah. He said, oh, you took my armor. All right, I'm going to let this rip.
Feels bad if that happened, because that to get timed perfectly against the wake up that you're used to doing and can't break armor, that's just gut wrenching. Beautiful air to air, and we've seen Tweedy shut down the approach from Catwoman very, very well with the down 2s. Beautiful anti-airs. Semiij finding his way
a beautiful punish
with the back 3. I stay more grounded. That lied right to your guys' face. That's a neutral jump just because.
And burns that trait and did burn the bar. And Tweedy getting rid of those plus frames by push blocking. And here we go at the, oh no. And we've seen Tweedy play like this earlier. You know, with the meter burn back 3s, when his back is against the wall, he just kind of lets him rip. And that trait is going to get whip punished.
400 meterless. Off of a read by Semiij to 2 an interactable that launches in full screen. Got over all 2,000 active frames off of Starfire's projectile in a trait. My goodness.
Yeah, that trait can keep a lot of characters grounded, but Catwoman, her jump 2 is really good, and Semiij came off that interactable. that statue right there. And just got an increased jump arc. That meter burn back 3. Oh no, in the air tech. Luckily, Tweedy didn't commit to the full string.
I respect that by Semiij so much. He had only a hit of life left. I don't think Tweedy was expecting that air escape whatsoever, and it even showed because he continued to string. But if you'd have mounted that comeback, I mean, how bad does that get into your opponent's head? That you have such belief in yourself that you can air tag with only a hit remaining and try to close out the match right now?
Is something distracting you? This how you ask me?
Looked like an interrupt there as well. I couldn't tell if Tweedy was going to the hair flip there, off that string or not, but my goodness. This should be a matchup that Semiij's familiar with as far as what Starfire can do, because he does play her, and that normal just beat out the wake up entirely. What are we witnessing right now? Semiij shutting it down perfectly.
Semiij has been stuffing so many wake-ups tonight. Him and Rewind both. I mean, that's why they were both left in winners and had to go against each other. They have such precision on their timing on wake-ups, meaties, cross-ups, whatever.
And to have knowledge to have possibly labbed that wake-up in particular, and to go, oh yeah, all you gotta do is throw this normal on the wake-up, and it's gonna hit that wake-up on the way back. No big deal. Another day at the office.
Tweedy just trying to keep the space. Doesn't want Semiij that close to him. Just stay away from me. Let me get my chip damage and keep you out of here. And the meter burn dash cancel through the interactable.
And the cartwheel. Go for Catwoman to shred the armor, but Tweedy maintaining a big health lead now. Was it a similar circumstance in game number 1 and a beautiful reactionary down 2? Tweedy not having the trait to extend that DP.
And we've seen that so much tonight. Tweedy using that normal perfectly, going over that whip trip.
Yeah, that's
completely avoiding.
That's your definition of a loverhead right there. Or going, what do I call it? Overneath a normal.
Overneath.
With that forward two.
Nice down 2 by Tweedy.
Time I whipped you into shape. I respect your warrior skills.
Burns 3 bars to stay alive. Semiij still believes. Tweedy's back is to the wall. Has about 1 3/4 of a health bar remaining. Just a little bit of chip left to do. But just look at this. Semiij was still going in, and they traded. You can see Semiij timing those meaties on those wake-ups. Unfortunately, the trade was not in Semiij's favor. Tweedy gets himself on the board with a game.
So the recipe to success, get the health lead early, and Semiij is going to make some attempts to get in with a couple of jump-ins, little things like that. That Tweedy was able to down 2 on reaction. The zoning was working.
Fighters approaching contact.
And
we really didn't see the down 2 in the first couple games.
In execution. Yeah, and we saw it against Rewind on the winner side of things. With that down 2, as long as you do it early enough, looks to be a great answer for that jump 2. And Tweedy trying to read start this match off with one. And getting thrown here into Mix City in the corner.
As you said earlier, the Meow Mix. Tweedy burning everything just to get himself out of this situation. Does it again. Has no meter left. Nice down 1 into a grab. Get your damage where you can, sir.
Ooh.
Very nice air dash.
Very rare do you see the down 2 from Catwoman not work. And that had to that air dash had to have thrown off the timing, because if you do the down 2 reacting to the forward jump, you're going to do the down 2 early, catch that. But the forward dash changes everything. That was so smart by Tweedy. Something we don't see him mix up too often here, trying to make his approach. But as a Starfire player, not making too many approaches, because most of the time you want to keep your opponent
Is something
out.
distracting you? This how you ask me?
Just like Tweedy's about to find himself in this tournament. If he can't mount a comeback right now, as he's losing damage left and right, even on the wager.
Keep your hands off my Grednax.
Tweedy trying to get the chip where he can. Meter burn back 3. It connects.
Lost out on a little
Tweedy's
bit of damage.
still in this thing.
And another
Meter
read.
burn back 3.
The max damage coming in. Almost over.
Tweedy with the
400.
reads. So much chip adding up. Tweedy has taken the health lead. Semiij still has.
Oh my goodness! Here we go!
Look, I'm sorry, kids. I probably just woke him up. Jesus. We're going to a game number 5.
We
Tweedy
finally
with the
get it!
reads.
Finally get a game 5! Thank you, Tweedy. He was in such a bad spot that entire time. His health was so low, 2 meter burn back 3 reads, and a raw. Dare I call it a read? On the cat dash, beating it out with that huge flip mid screen, doing the damage on the meter burn. Tweedy, that was sensational. That was fantastic. Welcome to a game 5, ladies and gentlemen. We've been looking forward all night. We finally got one.
Look, what kind of reads are we seeing this week, man? Slayer with a
Catwoman.
more than half screen breath with Superman that connects and gets Revit out of an air dive kick, whatever you want to call Cheetah. And then that he just did it and knew he was going to cat dash.
Yeah, that's you know.
Wow.
Gotta give Tweedy all the credit there. Reads of a lifetime, but that only gets you in a position to where you can still lose this match. And it's such a feels bad, but it has the early lead. This is what we saw in game number 3 to start this comeback. Was got the early lead and played keep away. And
Semiij is falling apart, man.
And Tweedy in the middle of rounds here saying, "Don't touch my Grevnax."
I respect it, man. Use the character quotes in the chat. Okay, meter burn, cat dash is going to connect. Semiij finally gets something going. Under 30 hit points remaining in the first health bar.
Don't mean to extend that. It just beats out the wake up into a full combo here. Ridiculous by Semiij.
Tweedy,
getting him back
don't
into
let
the
this
match.
happen.
Oh,
Keep yourself in this thing, Tweedy.
and Tweedy getting so many wake ups beaten out, and he doesn't care. Gonna hair flip his way out there. It does have an unblocked, one of the few unblockable interactables left in this game at his disposal. Went for way too early of a back 3 there. That had to have been a read. And just out of range, that unblockable. Going for another one. Okay, that might be too many now, Tweedy. You just got burned for 2 of them back to back. You might have to slow down just a hair here.
Tweedy
But
started off this match
it
on
worked.
fire.
It worked in game 4. What the hell do I know, Echo?
Okay, he's not scared to wake up. He's just going to do it. He is not scared of getting beat out. But what a conversion here by Semiij, forcing the clash.
This how you ask me?
Even meter on the clash. That's going to keep Tweedy with a disadvantage here. Semiij is going to have a bar and a wager at his disposal. He can keep a plus, and he does with the bar. He's going to build another one, for God's sakes. Here we go.
Oh, okay, whip trip. Tweedy got thrown, 12 hit points remaining in a back 3. Tweedy tried to backdash, and that back 3 has the distance. Semiij will go on to get his run back against Noble Rewind in yet another Noble team kill in Grand.
Playing against Semiij with of late in week number 4, getting 2 games straight on the winner's side and on the loser's side. And there we go. Now we're disappearing. We're getting into this match. All right, guys, let me see some noble emotes if you would like to see Rewind win this out of winners. And let me see some noble emotes if you want to see Semiij bring this back out of the loser side of the bracket. Oh, let's see them. Who do you guys want? Let me know who you want to win.
I saw a lot of people hoping that Catwoman losers. But Semiij doesn't care about any of that. He's here to win. He doesn't care if it's his own teammate. He doesn't care if it's Princess Diana or not.
Is that down
Nice
2?
down 2. It's been such a good answer.
Aphrodite forbids you.
Oh,
Increased damage on that. Semiij has got a mountain to climb so far. Semiij just trying to find his way in. When can he come in?
no check with a down 1-2 there by Rewind on the block of the cat dash. But picking up right where he left off on the winner's side. And, you know, this is what's great. Rewind knows. He just knows. He doesn't have to go anywhere. Semiij can do all this dashing, all this jumping. He just has to stand his ground.
And that's the Wonder Woman game plan. If you have to go to her, it is really, really tough to do so.
And that,
She protects the spacer. Wow.
And then
She
you input how good Rewind is, the reactions, everything, the knowledge. And it's just a great recipe for success. Shutting down Catwoman's
Nice.
go-to, something Semiij isn't really used to. Huge deal. Little things like that. Stopping the dashing, down with the interrupts. Shield's going to be incredibly annoying. Semiij bringing this back, though, as he is actually able to get Rewind to this corner and get some of that grown woman damage that Catwoman can pump out here.
This pressure by Semiij. Even though that first health bar was taken really quick, he is even this thing out. Rewind protecting the space around him. Semiij puts himself in the corner and a throw. Puts Rewind back in.
And now that Semiij has a health lead, he can try. Exactly. It's your turn. So Semiij with a health lead. You have to do nothing. And you wait for Wonder Woman.
Ooh.
He's so smart.
I really thought Semiij was about to drop that with the wrong jump normal, but no. It hit on her shoulder blades. With that back three, it is negative. It's not plus. And another throw by Semiij. When he's in, he is in.
And Semiij's using sweep. I've never seen that before. This man's throwing the kitchen sink. He's got to do something here to stop Rewind from taking another week here of War of the Gods.
Rewind still with the patience and a whip punish. Oh no! Nice tech. Rewind still in this thing. He's got 3 bars to work with and certainly can kill. Owen committed to it. Almost got whip punished. Semiij just has to do
chip.
40.
One more.
15! One cat dash. Semiij knew the chip amount it was going to do. Closed out the first game. Semiij does still have to reset this bracket, which means he has to win 3 and then win 3 one more time.
That was so methodical at the end, so calculated with that chip damage. Keeping away from the danger zone of Wonder Woman, the down 2, the down 1-2 range. And getting with a couple of whips on block, putting him down to the kill distance, and then closing out with the cat dash. You can't really, do anything better in that situation than what Semiij just did. That was beautiful.
Semiij really made it count when he was in and didn't put himself at too much disadvantage outside of those sweeps on block, but usually backdashed afterwards just to avoid any sort of throw attempt by Rewind. Wow, and a back 3 into another back 3. We're really doing the Catwoman stuff. Crossed himself up, didn't...
Yeah, that's about to do some big damage, getting jump 3s.
Yes, it was.
In that combo. And Semiij known, and even a little bit criticized by other Catwomans for not going for optimal combos, but he goes for the ones that he doesn't drop. And you see him go for something a little bit different there with the jump 3 and dropped it, unfortunately.
Semiij with the patience. Rewind trying to get something going, trying to jump in. Semiij dashes in, tries to go with the low and immediate shoulder. Semiij, so long as he doesn't cross himself up again.
It looked like he was about to.
That first health, yeah, it did. That jump, I guess that's a jump 3.
Yeah, that's the jump 3.
You rarely ever see that jump normal from her. Here we go, back into the second health bar once again.
Semiij might be going for more optimal damage out these combos, telling himself, I gotta do more damage against this woman.
Yes, when he's in, man, he's got to make it count, and he's doing well so far. And Rewind, not really the defensive wall that we've seen him be tonight, as far as a lot of these whiff normals from Catwoman.
Got the approach with that shield, though, that's for sure. But yeah, you saw so many down 1-2s hit earlier in their set on the winner's side. Really none so far in this set. Wake up DP, that's be some decent damage. And there, in the winner's side, he committed almost every time to the shield toss, which is huge damage. There, committing the shield bash, which will keep himself safe on block, but losing out on the damage on hit.
And you can see they know when he. Ooh, and a down 2.
You're no warrior.
I've killed mice braver than you.
That's actually going to do damage to Rewind, who didn't have any meter. Semiij has 2 bars, 1 good combo, 1 good opening. That may actually seal the deal. Cat dash, meter burn forward 3. Semiij up 2-0. Looking to reset this bracket, send Rewind down to losers.
Only one time ever in War of the Gods history has someone come from the loser side of the bracket, reset it, and win.
Catwoman.
And that was Dragon in the season finale of War of the Gods season number 1. And that wasn't even Dragon. That was just a possessed monster that came out of that losers bracket because he played like 4 game 5s
Black Manta.
to come out.
Oh, that's right.
As
yeah.
whoa, Rewind. I'll get into what just happened here in a second, but real quick,
Fighters approaching
Rewind
Fortress of Solitude.
was the one of the only other ones to come out of losers and actually reset the bracket. And that was in week 3 against Semiij, but Semiij was still able to take the week after the reset. So these two have done it to each other before. But
Have met up so many times here.
But because it takes 2 sets, it's going to be so hard, and it hasn't been done before between these two this season.
That whip trip barely catching Manta, trying to jump.
And I've actually heard through the grapevine that Rewind has been playing a lot of Manta since KIT. He's gotten a lot of praise from players as well. Already having a fantastic Black Manta. We'll see if he can apply the game plan we saw from Sonic Fox. Kind of laid out a blueprint, kind of shut Semiij down, but Rewind's done it on War of the Gods for the past, 6 or 7 weeks. Semiij looking like a different monster out of the losers bracket.
Those Manta Rays caught her out of back 3. That was actually, I don't know if he read that or if it just happened, but those Manta Rays.
Life bites, and so do I.
Yes,
I'm actually surprised they caught her.
Yeah, they got something as a true med here from this man. Because not much else is.
I brought a hook to hang you from.
Catwoman's back 3 is going to be effective against almost everything. Everything's going to be too slow to get out with the mids.
Never back me.
And it might even low profile the second one and back 1-1 or stand 1-2. The forward 2, it might even low profile that, but it's going to become active in time to beat that out, I think. And Semiij is going to reset this bracket 3-0 over Rewind. Message sent.
Catwoman.
And Rewind may have told himself he has a game to throw away there. And so he's going to try
That's what I
something
was
new
thinking.
before the reset rather than after. You do see that. It's a great mind game to play because he might just go straight back to Wonder Woman here. No questions asked after trying something different. And that's exactly what's happening here.
Wonder Woman.
Semiij's probably done a lot of homework considering he's had to go against Sonic Fox's
Fighters
Manta
approaching Brainiac
so many
ship.
times. And, Rewind just picking him up probably isn't, it's not all there yet. But like you said, probably just testing the water, see how it went.
Begin.
He had a set to throw away, but now they're both in losers. And now the first of 3 is going to win and take the week. We're seeing a lot more shield tosses this go around.
There's not much Catwoman can do about it at the range if he's doing them instant. Ooh, maybe being able to wake up there. Putting the bomb down and Rewind standing his ground, which is pretty ballsy if I may say so.
Rewind's playing noticeably different, but that cat dash. Meter burn going full screen. Oh, wow. Semiij baited that button. Semiij. He is on a warpath right now. He is playing out of his mind. Just baiting all these buttons. Rewind toss him in the corner. Semiij immediately out of there.
You're right, this is a different Semiij that we're seeing. Ooh.
Building some meter with those cat evasions.
And I like that. Doing little things like that to try to force, make your opponent come in, even further. Just kind of putting the mind. That may have been a whiff punish with the shield on the way back.
I've killed mice braver than you.
I'm fairly positive it was. It was just out of range. She was still waiting for the shield to come back. So smart by Semiij. Wow, and Rewind really just trying to force the issue here. I'm not sure. He's just playing so unlike himself. And those shoulders gonna do the chip damage, whether it hit or not. Nice down two by Semiij. This could actually take it. Cat dash, it came from a down two. It's gonna be scaled. And it will. Semiij has taken 4 games in a row.
Catwoman wins.
And talk about momentum. This is a different story. Winners never even happened. I don't know what Semiij ate or drank or thought to himself after getting sent to losers, but
Wonder Woman.
this is Semiij prime right now.
Fighters approaching Gorilla City.
Semiij playing it perfectly, man. Rewind, I'm not sure if it's just because the way Semiij is playing, but it's just Rewind just not playing the way we normally see him play. So even just going back to winners, he's being a little bit more aggressive. He's not reacting. Oh, and that shield toss is going to be punished by that EX cat dash.
I'm about to say, if Semiij got him cornered and was mixing this early, that might be a wrap. But Rewind needs the game here. He has to stop this momentum. There we go. No down
He's
two,
still
but he
in-
doesn't get the back three.
He missed that conversion the last game, too. Nice, down two. Rewind still in this thing. He's only a game behind.
And
That first set didn't even matter.
and simplified the conversion by taking out the back three and just going for the jump two, dropping a little bit of damage for something that's much easier to settle yourself in this matchup. Once you get a heftier health lead, once you get a round, once you get a match, you can go for those back threes. Again, but try to ease yourself back into it.
Consistency over damage. Oh, it goes down 1-2s. Almost got whip punished by Semiij there with that cross up. Now we're back to playing the patient game. Health bars are relatively even.
There's something we haven't seen since the winner's side. And
Oh no!
I don't know if that could have comboed. I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure either.
Oh, that's
He
gonna
left
cost
that
him big.
damage on the table.
Careful, you might get robbed.
Yeah, that was possibly going into the next bar of health with a hefty lead. Luckily,
Your technique is flawed.
tying us up here. That could have been huge either way for Rewind. If he'd have landed that, put himself in a good position where he could have taken a chunk of Semiij's health bar here. Instead, we're even and interrupting.
Wow.
The shield. Are you serious?
And a whip punish on that back three. Great presence of mind by Rewind.
Some damage, another interrupt on the approach. Okay.
Semiij has 4 bars at his disposal. One touch is going to even everything out again.
Oh,
I like the challenge.
And Rewind may have been doing that thinking, because you never know when that stagger in the medium or back three is going to be coming. And got a stand three there, one of the back three. That's twice now. Rewind's lost it on damage because he's dropped the back three conversion. Oh,
Forcing Semiij to clash.
if he didn't clash that, he was going to take some huge damage on a meter burn. If he had the bar. He actually did not. Okay.
Semiij trying to mix him up a little bit. Whip trip into that overhead string. Oh, and playing some games. It says, you know what? Get this out of here. Whip punish on the back three. Air tech. That was Semiij's last line of defense. 47 health left. Nobody has meter.
Everyone just got to wait it
Nice
out.
back dash.
There we go. Rewind having to reestablish himself in this grand final, having lost 4 straight games to this man. This has been reset. The winner of this first of 3 is going to be your champion this week. They
started to look.
They're right
really
now.
bad there.
Right now. They beat each other once, and it's 1-1. It can't get closer than that, unless this goes to a game 5, and if both of those have gone to a game 5. But you get what I'm talking about.
Fighters approaching Gorilla City.
Rewind needed that win to just kind of get some confidence back in himself, so to speak. He was really just playing out of character. I'm not sure, but he seems to have found it. He had a lot of whiff punishes on those outspaced back threes, just perfectly executed. And those down 2s, keeping Catwoman out of the air. Just like that. And the back 3. And there you go, Aquaman. He's got the conversion.
There we go. Again, getting that game, getting the confidence, and all of a sudden, they start hitting.
He's just trying to find his way.
Ooh,
So much patience in a down 2.
The way that the game slows down as one of them just looks to whiff punish the other. Something. Good reactionary back 3, not dealing with that. Just inching their way towards each other and getting interrupted there. And this is the rewind that we saw on the winner's side. Retaking control of this match.
We were seeing Semiij be so much more offensive in that first set. Semiij having to kind of, no pun intended, claw his way in and just get the damage. Semiij can just open, rewind up one time. Rewind not having it. And what an answer.
Getting a punish on a string, I don't even know what it is on block because I never see it.
Straight to the gut, too. That was just so impactful.
I'm stealing this fight.
I won't let that happen. Hail Athena!
That shield is lit up.
If you guys,
Scott pressing a button there.
If you guys don't know Wonder Woman's trait, that trait in particular, when the shield is glowing and you see that blue shield, that means everything that involves the shield toss is going to do added damage and will actually eat other projectiles, which does not matter against Catwoman here. Great air-to-air, almost closing it out. Luckily, there was some room for Semiij to get an air escape there, and gets me with that shield. Mid-screen.
Wonder Woman wins.
And Rewind is now on tournament point. Having lost 4 straight games when this grand final started. That's back and forth.
And you know,
Catwoman.
usually the first health bars in pretty much all these matches, you just see, a chunk of damage taken on one side, and then you see the same chunk of damage taken on the other. It's so even, but it's just, once you get in that second health bar, somebody eventually runs away with it. But it's just so close, man.
This is the hardest I've ever seen players in Injustice 2 work for damage. Ever. Because it's
just watch.
It's pretty easily accessible, especially by Catwoman. But how rare you've seen it in this matchup, and even from Wonder Woman to access her damage, it's incredible. That we're away from the norm, and we're back to playing a spacing game, getting stray hits here and there, and it's not just big combo after big combo.
Right? Yeah. I mean, usually Catwoman is just so oppressive when she just gets on top and smothers you with most characters. But Rewind with Wonder Woman has just been able to get her away and keep her away. And every time she tries to come in, whether it be jump in, cat dash, back 3, he's got the punishes on deck.
And the one time Semiij goes, I'm going in, coach. That 1-2'd into a full combo, going through the turbine. That fan's about to smack. Oh my goodness, that looked like it hurt. We're going down into the nursery. A quick read by Semiij. He's going to get one of his favorite corners in this game.
Yeah, this used to be Semiij's playground in this corner alone. When it was unblockable, you may as well just reset the match and call the ambulance because this man was murdering people on our stream. It was illegal. But a throw from Rewind going to put Semiij in the corner. And you can see just how close it is right now. It started off a little top heavy, but Semiij brought it back.
And not really getting that corner interactable that even though you can block it now, it's plus on block and actually reverses position. And I'm glad that Rewind didn't find himself in a blender there in the corner. I saw him, he kept walking forward, he kept trying to get away from it. And Semiij tried his best to put him in a situation. He even tried to throw him, you know, out of the respect that was there for the interactable.
You're no warrior.
I've killed mice braver than you.
Because Rewind knows that he wants it there. Now we're back to even health. And down
What a
1-2.
call out. What a call out on that stagger.
And you know what? To read a stagger, where Catwoman staggers into a stand one, if you just go underneath it, no problem, no big deal. Down 1-2. And if Rewind is taken from me, down 1-2 into the shield toss. This is gonna be a tough day at the office for me.
Wow, and jumps over the interactable out of the active frames. Forces Rewind to air tech. Semiij has a bar to spin, but he really doesn't even need it for the damage.
He went for a parry of all things, and we're going to a game 5 after the reset in this grand final. Tournament on the line. Someone is going to win no matter what.
What play by Semiij. The way that match started out, Rewind took a very, very healthy health lead.
Wonder Woman.
But then we ended up at Semiij's playground, and all of a sudden things are a little bit different.
Yep.
So stage could be playing a big factor here, and we're going to Kondak no matter what there. That wasn't even 50-50.
Oh, they both landed on it. Okay.
Yeah, they both landed on Kondak. both
Here we go. This is it, man.
Both have access to big damage with that background bounce. Gargoyles, both of them love to use as well. They do launch on hit, not on block though. But again, there's no downside to doing what Semiij just did, what she's just doing. Because if it hits, you get a combo. If not, you're safe. Get some chip damage. And Semiij wants this corner. He does get it here. Going for that sweep that we've seen a bunch of times. Might be option something a wake up there with that sweep. That might go into the shield bash, not too sure.
It's a matchup we don't see that often, but when we do, it's really fun to watch. But, you know, as we watch it more, we'll be able to kind of figure out what kind of stuff they're trying to do in certain situations. As we saw, like, Semiij versus Tweedy Starfire, like, just so much. So I've never seen so many wake-ups blown up, honestly. It's just something that doesn't happen that often. You know, a lot of characters have different timing and invincible frames and whatnot, so it's very rare that you see it. But when it happens, man, it just brings that added depth. And look at the health.
Oh, and look at the way these guys just walk each other down, walk back, and both of these characters' walk speeds are ridiculous.
There's that back three. He's been looking for it all night.
Catch him another down 1-2. Didn't have any meter there to get anything off it, though. And Semiij's going to tie us up with this combo. Slow push to the corner. Going right in, puts himself in the corner, though. Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Nice tech by Rewind. Immediate shoulder. Oh,
That may
almost
have
got whip
been
punished.
a bit of shield bash attempt there. For the back 4-3, maybe just caught a 4-3. On an input error, maybe. There by Rewind. I'm only going to speculate there. Or McCollum free.
It was almost very costly. And here we are. Second health bar for the both of them. Even health. Rewind jumping in. Oh, and immediate down two. Catches Semiij out of the air.
And he kept the conversion simple, too. The stand 3 into the whip, which adds on so much damage. That's a go-to ender for her big damage and combos. So jump 3 air to air, and all the buttons working for Rewind, but not finding any big damage off of it. And Semiij has a lot of meter to try to mount a comeback here.
Tried to backdash. I like the answer by Rewind. Semiij, you got to get something going.
Oh, no commitment.
Oh, and didn't commit. That could have been everything. Goes for the plus frames. Meter burn back 3. Rewind saying you're not going to do another one. Not for free.
Ooh. There we go.
Surrender while you can.
I can't be tamed.
Rewind is going to shut that comeback down real quick with the immediate wager. Semiij still has one of his own and has the meter lead, so he can get some health back here.
Oh, he cut out the down two. Everything is getting back to even again. They're almost exactly the same number of health, both in the 360s.
It doesn't get any closer to this. This down to the wire, guys. We're about to have ourselves a scramble.
Jump in, jump in, jump in again. Rewind, you gotta counter this stuff, man.
Oh no, came off all of his resources too. Now Semiij gets a hit, it's over, and that should do it! Just like
Rewind has
that!
already clashed. Semiij will take week number 5 in the reset. Says, this is my throne. This is where I belong, sir.
They
You're
both
gonna have to do something else.